We don't have a named storm system just yet when I'm recording this on the evening of the 10th of June, but maybe by the time you're watching this has already been named the Wutip, according to the Japan Meteorological Agency. An area in the West Philippine Sea expected to move towards Hainan. Upgrade to a severe tropical storm at its max intensity, about 50 to 70 knot winds. Pressure getting down there at about 985 hectopascals by the evening of the 12th. Before moving on shore overnight the 12th into the morning of the 13th here, and then eventually towards the northeast, getting wrapped up with the westerlies. But you can see here in general, I mean, this isn't very much more organized. JMA does have a tropical depression on it. The low pressure center is right in here, but this is not a pretty storm by any means. What I mean by pretty is that symmetrical shape. You know, we're looking at an eye developing or anything like that. It's not. It's very sheared apart. The convection is very loosely and broad over Southeast Asia here. And then you even have this upper level low located just towards the east of the Philippines, which is also spreading out that energy. So I know if you look at this and you're probably thinking, oh, okay, this is all tight together and coming on shore in Hainan. Yeah, but since the convection is so far spread out, we're even continuing to see that rainfall push on shore in parts of the Philippines for another few days, at least until the weekend. We'll continue to see that inflow. So more rain in your forecast. Let's take a closer look here at our fantastic graphics from Metro Weather's Weatherscape. Infrared satellite imagery here. Kind of see I'm talking about also with that upper level low located right in here. You have your low level center of this guy off towards our west, which probably is going to call Wutip. Not getting O-ring, by the way. And if you're curious, okay, it's a tropical depression. I'm in the Philippines. Why is this not named? It's because it's outside of our imaginary made-up line, the Philippine Area of Responsibility. I'm not a fan of that. I wish we all were on the same page. But point is, since it's outside of that, it's a tropical depression. It's still impacting the Philippines because of the inflow on the backside of it, but it's not getting the name. And what I mean by it's still impacting the Philippines, so our low moves off towards north and west, and you continue to see that inflow wrap in just like this. And I'll talk more about it in a second. How about zooming right in on our storm, though, as this moves over Hainan. You see it just lifts off towards the north. The right front quadrant also hitting areas like Hong Kong here through, especially Saturday. It's going to be pretty messy. And then you see as this moves towards the north and east, it starts to get wrapped up with the westerlies. So taking a closer look at the Philippines, as this pulls away, and it's not a named storm, I get that. You're not going to see signal force warnings, but places like Palawan, Mindoro, Negros, all the way down towards even Cebu on and off showers, at least for Wednesday. But for Manila, I mean, look at this. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, continued inflow on top of already saturated ground. So think of a sponge, and if you fill up that sponge with water, you try to put more water on it, it's not going to be able to soak it up. That's kind of the grounds around the west coast of the Philippines at this point, because we've already been seeing showers, and yet more rain is in the forecast. We could see an additional 100 to 200 millimeters for parts of the west coast of central Luzon, Mindoro, and even extending out towards the Pangasinan area. Of course, that is all much less than what you're seeing out here in the center of the storm, but do remember this is on top of a lot of precipitation we've seen over the past week. So, of course, floodwaters continuing to be a big issue there. Closer look at our center of our storm, because the inflow for the Philippines is going to last about Friday. Then by Saturday and Sunday, improving conditions for you. Not the case for Hainan here, Haikui, I believe that's how you say it. Never been there. There, messy conditions here as we go ahead through Friday. Look at Hong Kong, though, through the day on Friday. Really continue to see that inflow. And it's even over towards Saturday, you're still going to see kind of the right side of this. Maybe not T8 levels, but probably, getting up there with that tropical storm strength kind of condition type threat, especially during the afternoon. You get some decent storms kicking through. So if you're in Hong Kong, make sure you're checking the Hong Kong Observatory. Obviously, they got the latest information. And in the Philippines, of course, Pagasa as well. But for Hong Kong, Friday looks pretty messy. Saturday and Sunday as this pushes overhead, and then conditions gradually improve. But if we're talking about Manila, by the way, since the storm is still off towards your west, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, still going to see that inflow with that enhanced Habagat. But by the weekend, you are going to be seeing some improving conditions. And the same thing goes for places like Baguio. In fact, I think I got a Baguio forecast right there for you. Wednesday, Thursday, and you see here by Friday and Saturday some gradually improving conditions. A lot cooler, cloudy skies, plenty of rain. That's why we call it the cool season, even though it's in the tropics, right? Big shout out to all our Patreon members, though, that support this channel. I can't stress it enough. If you want to support, if you like what I do here, and you have a $2 to spare per month, check out our Patreon. Link is down below. As always, though, thanks for watching, friends. I hope you're staying safe out there. I hope you're staying dry despite this big, just messy setup that we're seeing with all of this rainfall. So I'll continue to keep you posted. As always, though, thanks for watching. And of course, number one thing is, please, friends, stay safe out there.